Welcome back to Nick Lenz. This comic corner, classic, non-classic. This is episode number 2468 and episode number 2362. I have two DC trades. One is a Superman trade, the other is from Black Label. First up from Superman, it's Superman Escape from Bizarro World, which collects a lot of Bizarro comics. Yes, it collects Action Comics 855, 857, Superman 140, this is from 60s comic, and DC Comics Presents number 71. Now, the main story itself, Escape from Bizarro World, the action comics, is written by Jeff Johns and director of Superman 1 and 2, Ray Donner. Artwork is by Eric Powell. Those of you not familiar with this artist, this is the guy who does the series The Goon. A really, really good comic series, which I haven't read in a while. I don't know it's still been published. At one point it was published by Dark Horse for a long time, but then for some reason Eric Powell decided to switch companies. I don't really know why, but and apparently it's his own publishing company. Albatross Funny Books is the one publishing the book now. The Goon himself is his most well-known character he's worked on. I mean, aside from this, now here's the strange thing about Eric Powell. Like, The Goon is the most prolific book he's worked on. Of all the books he's ever worked on, this is the one he's actually worked on the longest. The reason? It's his character. And apparently Dark Horse apparently is back housing this comic, apparently. Though I think the comic hasn't published in a while. No, it hasn't. I think the last comic that was published was basically about 3 years ago. Yeah. I'd say basically about 3 years ago. That's probably the last one I could think of. At one point, he took a year off of the book just to work on a graphic novel. Called Chinatown Mystery of Mr. Wicker. Yeah, he worked on this whole thing. He took off a full year of this comic just working on this one shot. If anybody gets a chance to read it, check it out. It is really good. It's a lot of fun, good humor. You have basically a 1940s muscle guy punching zombies. Isn't this fun? Yep. So, Escape from Bizarro World. It's mostly about Superman visiting Bizarro World, where the reason why he's there is because Bizarro has kidnapped Jonathan Kent, and Superman, and plus we're gonna love the fact he goes back for shots, so we see the Supermobile. We see one of his spacesuits, and he decides to hop in his spaceship and go fly straight to Bizarro World, where you have all Bizarro stuff, takes in Bizarro. It's a lot of fun of issues per se. Yeah, I think he does a great job. It's surprising Eric Powell only did these reissues for Action Comics. And he never did any other comics for, I think he made some covers for... I think he made some covers for... Actually, no, he never did a Superman cover book. This is probably the only book he's working for... I mean, it's not the only book he's working on for DC per se, but it is the only one. It's the only Superman book he worked on. For DC Comic, this is the one of two he had worked on. The only one he did work on the interiors per se. He did work on the covers for one DC series, actually two. It was Arkham Asylum Living Hell. This was the Dan Slott miniseries, and Swamp Thing. Yeah, he basically did the covers for the Alan Moore run. Yep, he did some Marvel comics, some Dark Horse, most of the covers. But it's the only thing major he works on is The Goon. So, I consider this arc just a lot of fun. I'll give this arc a 10 out of 10. Next up is 140, where it explores about a possible son of Bizarro. Yeah, that's mostly exactly what it is about Super Baby. There's also Bizarre Supergirl. It's a lot of fun of an issue. And then we have Marvel Comics Presents where he teams up with DC Comics Presents. He teams up with Bizarro to take on Bizarro Mazo. Yeah, like where Joker's saying. But this book, a lot of fun. Give this book a 10 out of 10. Check it out. Basically, I did look this up. I only have like 2 more Action Comics trades. The ones came out post Infinite Crisis. The other ones left to go are Back in Action and The Last Son. And I think I may cover the third Kryptonian, but I think it is Last Son Back in Action. And I think that's it. I may cover Back in Action. I don't think I cover Last Son, but I think I got maybe like 1 or 2 left. And that's basically it when it comes to post-crisis. And then once I go through the post-crisis stuff, I can go through pre-Infinite Crisis. That'll be something to go through. All right. So next up we have from Laura Marks and Kelly Jones, Daphne Byrne. This one mini-series, I don't think it's going to follow this one. Nope. It's mostly for like a medieval. It's basically a series set in the 19th century. Kelly Jones does the writing, does the artwork. Laura Marks does the artwork. It's only like, I think it's about 3 issues, I think it was. No, it was 6. Yeah, it's not bad a miniseries per se. It's basically a horror comic, what it is. If you want to get full detailed explanation about the story of Daphne Byrne, check out Atop the Fourth Wall's long box. Damn, he actually did one just recently for this one. Is it terrible? No. Just check it out. You might like it. I mainly got it because I like Kelly Jones stuff. Yep. That's mainly the reason why I got it. Gorgeous comic. I love it. Isn't it weird, though? Basically, you have 2 artists, basically, or just have very drastic styles. I mean, this is Kelly Jones. Look at that artwork there. And here is Eric Powell. Oh, I forgot to mention the writers, the other ones. So in Bizarro, that's a Superman issue. That's Otto Bender, Wayne Boring. Mark of Bizarro, I believe that's from Mark of Bizarro. It also collects an issue from Man of Steel. I think it was Man of Steel number 2, which had a guest appearance by the first post-crisis appearance of Bizarro. That's John Byrne's story. Written droids. The DC Comic Presents issue that's written by E. Nelson Bridwell and artwork by Kurt Swan, a long-time Superman artist. Yep. Oh. Let me show the Eric Powell artwork. Because this artwork is really good. It is something, the fact Eric Powell never did any more Superman stories to this one. Yeah, this was sadly the only one he worked on. Yep. So, yeah, that's particularly it, particular view. I got to do 7 minutes, so I may get time one for later for another video, but probably a comic corner, okay? Next view.